So you just graduated high school and now it's off to college. Congratulations, you are officially an adult. And that means doing adult things, like worrying about money. Now, if you're like most college students, you're probably broke, which means there's a lot of ramen noodles and frozen burritos in your future. So there's probably limited things that you can do to really save money or invest money since you don't have any money to begin with. But there is one thing that you can do that will help you out immensely in the long run, that will set you up for financial success. And that is to immediately begin working on your credit score. Now the first thing, and this should go without saying, but if you are the type that is not very financially responsible, if you are not going to be able to pay your bills, your credit card bills off entirely each and every month so that you don't get charged interest, then you should not have a credit card. You are just not financially ready for a credit card. But since all of the cards in this video do not have an annual fee, that means this is going to be completely free for all of you guys that are responsible enough to pay your bills in full, on time, every time. So by working on your credit at an early age, by the time you actually need your credit, either to go buy a new car or a house or something like that, you're going to be sure to get the best interest rates possible, which in the long run is going to save you a ton of money. Now, there is no such thing as a perfect credit card. There's only credit cards that are good for you based on your particular spending habits. So in evaluating these credit cards, there's going to be three main factors that I'm looking for as far as what is the best credit card for students. So first and foremost, these cards need to be easily accessible to people with new credit. A lot of times, intro credit cards, your first credit card, is trash. It exists solely for the purpose of establishing and building your credit, but a lot of times these introductory credit cards don't really have a lot of perks or benefits, so I've found the best ones out there to kind of get you started. And second off, these cards need to have no annual fee. And lastly, these cards need to have perks or bonuses that are actually applicable to what most college students are going to be spending their money on. So hands down, the first credit card, if you are trying to establish your credit as a new student, should be the Discover It Student Cashback Card. Not only is this card going to show you your FICO score online on your monthly statements each and every month so that you can begin to monitor and see your credit score slowly begin to rise, but this card actually has some perks to it, which is pretty rare for a card that's designed to be your first ever credit card. So this card is going to offer 5% cash back in a rotating categories system. So basically every 3 months, the category is going to change in which you are going to get this 5% cash back. Typical categories include places like gas stations, restaurants, online shopping, that kind of a thing. In addition to the 5% cash back in these categories, you are also going to get a flat 1% cash back on all other purchases. In addition, Discover Card is going to double your cash back for that first year. And this means that if you are in one of those category bonuses, you're going to be saving 10% of everything that you purchase simply by using this card with the first year, or 2% for all other purchases. In addition, this credit card does something that I think is pretty amazing in that they actually want you to be a good student. And so at the end of every year, between May and August, there's a window where if you had a 3.0 GPA for the prior year, you can go online to discover.com and they will reward you with a $20 statement credit for simply being a good student. Now this credit is good once a year for the next 5 years, so theoretically if you get your bachelor's degree and it takes you 4 or 5 years to get it, you could be getting $100 just from this program alone. In addition, Discover Card is also going to automatically scan the dark web for you, looking for your social security number on any of these sketchy, fraudulent websites that attempt to sell your personal identity so that you can try to potentially stop somebody from stealing your identity even before it happens. And all of this is going to be in an introductory credit card. Like, there is no other credit card that's going to come anywhere even remotely close for being your first credit card. Now, once you have had the Discover It student cashback credit card for at least 6 months, then you can start probably applying for more credit cards. You see, before the 6-month mark, you don't even have a credit score. So after the 6-month mark, you are much more likely to be approved for additional credit cards. Now, if you are working a part-time job as well as being a student and you have a relatively decent amount of income coming in, then you might be able to skip this 6-month waiting period, as some credit card companies will approve you simply based on your income. So the rest of these credit cards can be obtained in no particular order. Do whatever is best for your particular spending habits. But one that I really like is going to be the Amazon Prime Rewards Signature Visa credit card. Now, the downside to this is that you do have to be an Amazon Prime member in order to get the benefits of this credit card. However, as a student, you qualify for a drastically reduced rate on Amazon Prime. If you go to their website, you can sign up for a free 6-month trial of Amazon Prime as long as you are enrolled in college. And then once that 6-month membership ends, you will then continue on at a half price Amazon Prime, which only costs you then about $59 a year. I don't know many people that don't have an Amazon Prime membership. So if you do have an Amazon Prime membership, then this card is going to be fantastic for you. This credit card is going to offer an outstanding 5% cash back on all Amazon purchases and purchases at Whole Foods markets. So if you're like me and you like the convenience factor of simply being able to buy something online and have it delivered right to your door in a day or two, then this is going to save you 5% on everything that you purchase. It's like having a 5% coupon for whatever it is that you want. Do you want a laptop? Do you want a book bag? Whatever it is, here's 5% cash back. In addition, this card also offers a $100 credit after your first purchase. So this is even better than most sign-up bonuses, because most sign-up bonuses require that you spend X number of dollars typically within the first 3 months. Maybe you have to spend $500 or $1,000 in order to get this bonus. But with the Amazon Prime card, you just have to make one purchase on Amazon, and it doesn't even have to be an expensive purchase, and then they will automatically give you this $100 credit. The next credit card we're going to talk about is a true oddball. You've probably never heard of this credit card, and for good reason. It's going to be the Platinum card from the Fort Knox Federal Credit Union. Now, even though this card is going to be issued only by a credit union, it has one fantastic perk, and that it is going to offer a 5% cash back on all gas purchases. Now, the downside to this credit card is that you do have to be a member of the Fort Knox Credit Union. And I can pretty well guarantee you that none of you guys are members, but don't worry, it's relatively easy to apply and become a member. The downside is it does take a tiny bit of money in order to get qualified as a member. First, they're going to have you make a $5 donation to one of their causes, and then after that, you need to open up a savings account with them, and that's going to have a minimum of a $5 deposit. So for about $10 total out of pocket, you can become a member of this credit union. So even though it costs a little bit of money to initially get started, think about all of the long-term savings that you're going to have by a credit card that gives an astounding 5% cash back on all gas purchases. Like, how many times a week or a month do you fill up gas? Because in order to reclaim that $10 that it cost you to get set up with this credit union, you only have to spend $200 worth of gas in order to get $10 worth of cashback rewards with this credit card. Now, most people are going to spend $200 a month very, very quickly. that's, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 tanks worth of gas. That's going to go by in no time. And then you have a lifetime of savings at 5%. Because at 5% savings on all gas purchases, this credit card could easily save you a couple $100 every single year just on gas purchases. So the next card is going to be the US Bank Cash Plus credit card. And this credit card is a little bit interesting because this credit card allows you to pick 2 categories that are going to get a 5% cashback bonus every quarter. So you can see the current list of cashback categories here. Maybe you want to save 5% cashback on fast food because you and your friends go to Taco Bell at midnight. Or maybe utilities. You know, you got an expensive cell phone that you want to save 5% on your data plan every month. Or how about department stores or electronic stores or something like that. In addition to these 2 categories that are going to offer you 5% cash back, you also get to pick a 3rd category, one of these everyday spending categories like dining, gas, or restaurants, and you will get 2% cash back at these locations, as well as 1% cash back on all other purchases. So what I really like about this credit card is it allows you to fine-tune and pick 2 different categories that you think you're going to be spending the most money on in the next couple of months. That way, this credit card can really be individualized and tailored to your specific needs. In addition, this card is going to offer a $150 sign-up bonus. All you got to do in order to get this $150 is spend $500 on this credit card within the first 90 days of opening your account. Now, do not go out and just spend $500 on a bunch of junk that you don't need. But chances are, even as a broke college student, you're still going to be spending at least $500 total dollars over a 3-month time span. That's only an average of about $166 every month. I know you guys are going to spend that, so there should be no problem hitting this $500 cashback threshold. And by getting this $150, that's essentially a 30% savings on that $500 that you initially had to spend. You spend $500, get $150 back. 30% savings. In addition to the 5% cashback that you're going to be getting in the variety of the 2 categories that you end up selecting. And the last card that's going to make our list is going to be the Capital One Savor One Cash Rewards credit card. This card is going to feature the same $150 sign-up bonus if you spend a minimum of $500 within your first 3 months. In addition, it's going to give you a 3% cashback rewards on all dining and entertainment expenses that you have. Now, this card has easily the best rewards rate for these 2 categories, dining and entertainment, without it being an actual premium credit card with the really high annual fees. So if you're like most college students, you like to go out on the weekends, you hang out with your friends, go grab some food, maybe go catch a concert in town, this credit card is going to give you 3% on all of that stuff. So I highly recommend considering adding this one to your portfolio as well. So there you go, the 5 best credit cards to get as a new student. This is going to maximize your cashback rewards on all of the spending categories that most college students are actually spending their money on. And the best part is it's not going to cost you a dime. All of this is 100% free, assuming that you actually pay your credit card bills in full on the statement due date so that you're not paying any interest. And as always, if you found this information useful, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel grow. And if you're looking for more good tips to help you earn more, spend less, and invest the difference, then tune in next week. I have new videos every week. I'll see you all again real soon. Thanks.